I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome back to our ongoing Operation Freedom Health and Wellness series that is its goal of this entire series has always been and will always be to empower you in enhancing your health and your wellness without reliance on the medical industrial complex. Big insurance, big medicine, the AMA, big pharma. Boom. It's about you and taking the necessary actions, operative word action, to enhance your health and wellness. We have a tremendous amount of resources for you, not just these videos, but our website, operationfreedomhealth.com, chocked full of important information free. By the way, if you really want to get on my bad side, if you really want to get on my bad side, post a comment because you will be disassociated from this platform about, oh, it's expensive. You get what you pay for. You're getting free everything here. And we're giving free advice from one of the top nutritional experts in our country, if not the world, Brett Bashawati, and the prevention guy, Dave Janda. You got our website, chock full of information. You have free videos on there, the 12 bad foods. Did your family doc or internist ever talk to you about that? No. Free. But boy, they charge you what, $150 to go see him? Yeah, okay. And Brett provides free consultation services. Go to the bottom of operationfreedomhealth.com, hit the contact us. You can set up an appointment to see Brett. And he'll talk to you about your nutritional program and your needs and what and where you are. And yes, we have products on our website. And full disclosure, purchase of the products does benefit the platform, so we can continue doing this, because to have a website, it's not free. Although everybody seems to think it's always free. Everything's free. Nobody. The bottom line is that we provide a service you will get nowhere else. The products are the best in the nutritional supplement business. They are clinically verified and scientifically proven to be effective. It took millions and millions of dollars for these products to be perfected. But the cost that you pay, the price you pay, is minimal compared to your overall health and wellness. And the prices that we have on the products, you're not going to find for the legitimate products. You might find some knockoffs somewhere that might be a little cheaper on Amazon or something. But again, look at their expiration dates. Look at those products. OperationFreedomHealth.com is your go-to site. And today we're going to focus on your digestive system, which is the body's supply chain. Supply chains. We tend to think, well, they'll get in, supply chains for the grocery store, supply chains for fuel stations. How about supply chain for your health and wellness? And that's your digestive system. And that's where Brett comes in. For those of you not familiar with Brett Bashawati, he took over as CEO of a fantastic company, the Good Herbs Company, in 2005, and expanded the company's vision by developing My Total Nutrition. With over 40 years of experience in product development and manufacturing, Brett has played a pivotal role in advancing natural health products based, and here's the key, not based on hopium, not based on a con, based on clinically verified, scientifically based research. Brett is one of the top nutritional experts in our country, if not the world. It's my privilege, pleasure, and honor to welcome back Brett Bashawati. Brett, welcome back.
Dr. Jana, great to be back.
So Brett, was my rant off base? Was I wrong? I mean, it seems as though the world has decided that everything should be free. They should be not just spoon-fed, but essentially that you just don't spoon-feed people information. You have to swallow for them. Am I off target on this?
No, you're not off target at all. And let's put a little reality check into this whole thing. So first and foremost, The pack that we highlight the most, our healthy foundation pack. That's what we always hear. We talk because we do not treat or chase symptoms. We treat the human body, the individual, by giving all the raw materials the body needs every single day, not only to thrive, but to survive. And when we run out of these raw materials, that's when the body breaks down and we get ailments. So our job is not to fix the ailments. Our job is to satisfy the need of the human body so the human body can repair and regenerate on its own the way nature and God intended. Now, here's the cool thing. That healthy foundation pack you're going to find nowhere else. You cannot find that on Amazon. No one makes it because it has specially been developed for our privileged doctors here, like Dr. Janda, and nobody else has it. You cannot get it anywhere else. So if you think you're getting the same pack, the Healthy Foundation pack on Amazon or other sites, you're not. Sorry to tell you that. And to take it a step further, we always discount it by 26%. It's always on a discount. So you get the discounted price. And if you go into a vitamin store, you can pick any one you want. We've done this. We've done this research this past year, and you get all the elements that are in our pack because we have all 90 essential nutrients in our pack in the dosing and recipes that in our pack. Your bill when you go to the checkout will be $483. And if you want more precise, it'll be $483.17. We just did this. So to get that pack, then not only do we discount it even more at the price we're offering it is absolutely a steal. And if you don't take benefit of this steal, well, it's you that's losing out, not us, because we're just here to educate. You are the ones who decide. Now, that said, we had an old customer on Operation Freedom Health that got on my schedule a week ago. He had not ordered anything for the last 3 years. Great story. We gave him some information, we gave him some guidelines. The guideline was simple: eliminate the 12 bad foods and take the Healthy Foundation pack. Pick whatever one you want, the liquid, the original, the 2.5, whatever. He picked the 2.5, our most bought pack. After 3 days of being on the product, I get an email from him saying, why did I ever stop in the first place? The last time I remember feeling this good is when I was taking the product 3 years ago. Honest to God, that was the email he said. And so sometimes you forget how good you feel when you've been off of it for so long, and then you accept being tired. You accept your mood swings. You accept your aches and pains, and you chalk it up to, oh, it's just old age. No, it's not old age. It is a body that is undernutrified. And if you do not fill up that nutritional tank every single day, the body will get worn down, worn down, worn down, just like an old car. If you don't give it a tune up all the once in a while, if you don't change the oil, if you don't make sure all the airs in the tire are uploaded properly, the body's going to do the same thing. So fill up your nutritional tank, take advantage of really the discounted pack. And I'm going to say that the discounted pack, because I want to tell you, I've met people that spend way more on energy drinks every single day than what they are paying for the foundation pack, and they're not getting the benefit as they are with the foundation. So
Brett,
the
did he,
rant is right on.
Brett, did he tell you why he stopped 3 years ago?
No,
We just
no.
stopped.
He'd have stopped. It could have been for whatever reason. It was never asked. He had some questions. We highlighted what was going on, and then we highlighted let's nutrify the body, get out of the body's way. Again, we do not chase symptoms, and let's see where you bounce back. And all of a sudden, boom! And I can tell you, the gentleman was having trouble falling asleep. So we had a sleep issue, and he was having trouble going to sleep. When he finally fell asleep, he would stay asleep and he was fine. So he wasn't waking up to go to the bathroom, or he wasn't waking up just because his mind was racing. If you are having trouble falling asleep, that is a calcium magnesium deficiency. We do not have enough calcium to release the production of melatonin in the body. So when he uploaded the whole 90 essential nutrients, because we don't just give calcium, we don't just give magnesium, that is not the way to service the body.
Right.
We give all nutrients in the right recipes to be absorbed in the amounts the human body needs. He did that, and within 3 days, he was back to falling right to sleep once his head hit the pillow. He couldn't believe it.
And that's the fallacy a lot of people have. They'll say, Brett, well, I don't think I need 90. I might need 20 or 10. Which 20 and which 10? And they all interdigitate with each other. They all rely on each other. So when people say, I think I only need 10, I don't think I need 90, I'll be kind. That is a misnomer, let's say, when they say,
It's it, it's a misnomer, and you're playing Russian roulette.
yeah.
So you are spilling the wheel, hoping there's not a bullet in there. And if you don't get a bullet, then fine, you live another day. But the body will break down if it does not have the raw materials to fix itself. And you can have the best carpenter in the world, and this carpenter is going to go and build a cathedral. But if it doesn't have its lumber, its nails, its saws, its hammer, it can't build anything. Well, the human body is the greatest carpenter this planet has ever seen.
That's right.
But if it doesn't have the raw materials to
No,
fix itself, it's going to break down. And remember, this always boggles my mind. I know we're supposed to talk about digestion, but this really boggles my mind. Not only biblically, but also scientifically, the human body is supposed to be able to live to 120 years old. We die in on average at 82 is the average lifespan of the individuals here. So we've accepted that we're going to give up 40 years of our lives. We've accepted it. We should demand, because it's biblical and scientifically found, that why aren't we living to be 120 years old? And that should be the demand. But we don't. And if I get to 80, everyone celebrates. The problem is the people I see that are in 80, they're on 15 medication.
yeah, right.
Their mind is going
Right.
south.
Right.
They're in depends because they keep peeing on themselves. And that's not quality of life. What we're talking about is quality of life at the age of 120. And so if it's been scientifically founded, it's biblically founded, then why aren't we demanding that we have that outcome? And we don't.
So let's talk about the body supply chain, the digestive system, right? Because if your digestive system is off, you got a whale of a problem,
A huge problem.
an enormous problem. So
Yes.
take us through this, Brett.
And here's the problem is people don't understand the digestive system. So they believe what they've been told for the last decades after decades. So let's go through the anatomy real quick of the digestive system, and then let's clear up some misnomers. So we ingest water, food, whatever, supplementation through our mouth. That starts the digestive process. It goes down the esophagus, and then there's a little lever in that esophagus that opens to allow the substance, whatever we ingested, into the stomach. The stomach should be so acidic that it breaks down the proteins in a single molecule. But there's another catch that we're going to talk about this in a minute that most people don't understand. So after that process, then it releases down into the small intestines. And in the small intestines, you got this shaggy like rug. You have billions of them that outline the small intestines. They're called villi. And these villi grab the nutrients and brings it into the blood system. So far, this whole process that we just talked about is outside of the blood system. It is not in the body.
Mhm.
And this is the genius of the development of the human body. Then the waste in the small intestines that the soft villi say, we don't need that. It continues out, goes to the colon, gets in the colon, then it's released out of the rectum the way nature and God intended, and we see no harm. Now, here's the catch. If my stomach acid
Hmm.
is where it's supposed to be, and it's supposed to be 1.4, anything under 2.0, okay? Everyone wants to alkaline, alkaline, alkaline. Be very careful with alkalining. So if it's at 1.4, not only does it digest the food we just ingested, not only does it digest the minerals like iron, we see a lot of iron deficiency because a lot of people's stomach acid is too elevated. But here's the kicker. When a foreign invader enters in through our food or water, it is killed by the acidity of our stomach. So that's a bacteria, a microbial, a fungus, and ready for this, a parasite. So everyone's talking about this parasite problem we have, and they're linking everything to parasites.
Hmm.
Well, according to the CDC, 85% of people that are affected by parasites come from ingesting their food or water. Ah, wait, that's impossible. So what if I can tell you we can give you a sure measure to reduce the risk of getting parasites by 85%? Wouldn't you want to do that? I know I would.
Hmm.
And why do we have such a problem? We have a problem because everyone is neutralizing their stomach acid. And how are they doing that? They've fallen to the false narrative that salt is the boogeyman.
Hmm.
Salt is very bad. Salt creates a chemical called hydrochloric acid. We need hydrochloric acid in the stomach to reduce the pH where it's below 2.0.
Hmm.
So not only does it digest the protein in a single molecule, but it also protects the human body against foreign invaders. Now we have another problem. To be able to activate that hydrochloric acid and squirt it into our digestive juice, you need calcium. And if we are depleted in calcium, you can ingest as much salt as you want, but you're not going to get the results of the hydrochloric acid. So you need those two substances to have a really good working digestive system. Now, you've heard you have to have digestive enzymes. You've
Hmm.
heard that you need probiotics. We need all this. You need herbal therapeutics to have proper bowel movements. No, you don't. Those are false narratives. You don't need all that. The body produces enough enzymes. We get our enzymes through our saliva, and then when it's coming down, we also get our enzymes through our pancreas. The body has the mechanism to digest everything. Oh, and all that yummy, delicious, healthy fat that we should be eating.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's digested by bile from our gallbladder. So it's really important we keep our gallbladder and not remove it. All those cycles happen so now not only can the food chain enter into the blood system, but all your supplementation can enter into the blood system and be utilized by the body. So if you want a dynamic, rock and rolling digestive system, you need two major things: salt,
Hmm.
calcium,
Hmm.
salt, calcium. Now, how much salt? Everyone knows that. How much salt? Everyone's different. A professional athlete's going to need more salt because he's sweating out the salt than I'm going to need that I sit behind a computer all day. So all you do is when you eat, you salt your food to taste. To taste. Make that salt delicious or make that food delicious by adding salt. Once it's put to that delicious taste, go ahead and eat. My daughter, who is a collegiate softball player, it's amazing when we eat, she like opens the cap of the salt, but she needs a lot more because she's exerting and sweating more than I am. So she requires a lot more salt than I do. And then make sure this is the brilliant part about the foundation. The foundation not only gives you calcium, magnesium, but it gives you an amount and dosing that the human body can recognize
Hmm.
and absorb. So everyone thinks calcium, well, we need cofactors like boron, vitamin D, vitamin K, and we need five cofactors. And magnesium. No, you actually need 59 cofactors
Hmm.
to for calcium to be absorbed and utilized and come alive in the human body. And that's where the superiority of what I've seen is the OsteoFX found in the foundation pack
Mhm.
is unbelievable. Real quick, and you have to understand this, not only am I a spokesperson, I'm also a customer.
Yeah.
And I dealt with digestive disorder for 40 years. And I've worked with some of the top holistic doctors across the world, not just here in the United States, but all over the world. And I can only manage my symptoms. So we would use a ton of colon support. We would use a buttload of probiotics. And I would have to take 3 to 4 digestive enzymes every time I ate, just so I didn't get bloated and backed up. And when I met Wall 10 years ago, he goes, "You're deficient in calcium and salt, calcium and salt." Now, when he told me this, I was like, "This is a crazy old man. He doesn't know. I've talked to so many people. No way." So I took his challenge. And here's what I did: I salted my food every time I ate. I restricted salt up to that point. So I started salting more. Then I really said, I'm going to hit this hard. So instead of doing 1 scoop of the OsteoFX a day, I did 4 scoops of the OsteoFX a day. I was going to saturate my body with calcium. So not only could it grab what it needed to handle the stress of life, but give me extra to start the repair. Within less than 90 days, this was 11 years ago now, my digestive disorder was gone. I do not take any colon support. I do not take any digestive enzymes, and I do not take any extra probiotics anymore. And I'm as regular as it can be. And everything in my body, now I'm absorbing all my nutrients from my supplementation and from my food. Everything in my body is working better than even when I was a teenager today. And on top of that, I just got my blood work done because I needed it for insurance. Every single number was in optimal range, not in good range, optimal range, every number.
Mhm. Yet we're constantly told the exact opposite, aren't we, Brett?
All the time. So it's a misnomer. So you've been told if you eat salt, it's
Mhm.
going to give you hypertension.
You're right.
Well, I can tell you this: Dr. Wallach challenged the establishment, and he offered in 1975 $1 million for anyone that can prove scientifically that salt gives hypertension. Today, he still has that $1 million. It has never been scientifically proved, and it is the third largest ingredient in the human body. So I think I'm going to side with God in this case and supplement the third largest ingredient in the body. And when you do that, there's a new book out there. A lot of people are talking about salt your way to health,
Yeah.
and people that are doing this, unbelievable watching their lives change, watching them get back their health again. Now, we need a little bit more than salt, but that is a very stable starting point to start digesting not only the nutrients in your food, but also your supplementation. Because you can have a problem digesting the supplementation if we have an impaired digestive system that is just not utilizing the nutrients properly.
So bottom line, Brett, for your digestive health and digestive system and your supply chain, if you're your body's supply chain, the key is that foundation pack.
Yes,
It has the 90 essential nutrients. It has all the cofactors involved so that they can all work together in conjunction like a symphony orchestra to make that supply chain efficient and bring the nutrients to every cell in your body without exception. Is that a fair
without
statement?
Yep, without exception. Really important. You must eliminate the 12 bad foods because that's going to muck up the works.
And that
So
we have
it's
in a free video on the
free
top
video.
of Operation
Yep,
Freedom Health. And some
yep,
people, when they look at that, they say, "Wait, whoa, whoa, there's certain oils you can't." Well, I use that a lot. Well, also on the top, free, are recipes
yes.
that for salad dressings, you name it, across the board that if you will push the 12 bad foods to side and give you great recipes that do not include the 12 bad foods.
That's correct. So, and it teaches you how to eat like kings and queens by eliminating these 12. There's only 12. We have hundreds and hundreds of different forms of food on this planet. It's only 12, but we've come to be so dependent on these 12. And that's why if you see what happens, especially like with gluten, for example,
Mm.
wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Oats is not part of the gluten family, but it has the same harmful protein. Is it goes into the small intestines as a cluster of protein causing inflammation and breakage of the soft villi that we just talked about. So it inhibits the body's ability to absorb nutrients.
Mhm.
That's why it's so harmful. And long-term use, it can be detrimental. And now we have a really bad, bad problem. The beautiful thing, even if you got to that point, if we give the raw materials that the body needs to fix itself, it can rebuild that soft tissue villi and you can start absorbing nutrients again and get your health back the way it used to be.
All this information, the products, the 12 Bad Foods video, the recipes, the ability, the means to contact you for a free consult are all available on OperationFreedomHealth.com. Brett Bashawati, I'd like to thank you for everything you have done, are doing, and will do. Well, the ball's in your court, folks. You, you know, the hope is that you'll watch the video, the 12 Bad Foods, free. You'll take a look at the recipes, free. You might even contact Brett, free. And you'll take a look at the products that are already discounted to enhance your health and wellness at OperationFreedomHealth.com. I thank you, Brett, and I thank you folks for joining us. And with the holidays coming up, this would be a good video to pass on to all those you know and love. You give them their, have them over for Thanksgiving. Provide them a great meal, and then give them something that's going to help them for the rest of their year, rest of their decades, rest of their life here on Earth. The gift of health and wellness. You're not going to get this from other sources. Now it's up to you to get it done, not only for yourself, but all those you know and love. Until next time, Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail. Thanks for your time today.